Welcome, welcome to another rebuild. This time, it's the Melbourne Football Club. The Demons, well, they were premiers in 2021. After, it was after the grand final where it really hurt them. It all started with their nightclub incidents in Perth after the grand final. And with the toxic culture at the club. Well, it's time to clear out the bad apples. It's time to clear the bad culture out of the club and start afresh. Let's look at the player transfers for Melbourne. Well, we've said goodbye to Tajway Woden, Jack Billings, Tom Campbell, Ollie Seston, Will Verrall, and Marty Hoare, who have all either been delisted or retired. First trade we do, we'll be saying goodbye to our 2021 Premiership player, Charlie Spargo. He will depart and make a move to North Melbourne to help their young side out. Next trade we're doing is we're saying goodbye to John McVie. Melbourne have officially parted company with him, and he's off to the Dockers for a first-round draft pick. Man, is Max Heath still on the Saints list? Man, I think the Saints got rid of him. We'll probably just do a pick swap with the Saints then. Oh, man. How did St Kilda get rid of Max Heath? As a delisted free agent. And so we pick him up for Melbourne. To be the future of Melbourne's ruck line, unless we draft someone to play in the ruck. To become a potential replacement for Max Gawn. Has he still got a pretty good, few years left in him? He's still a really good footballer. We'll be sending a future third and fourth rounder to the Saints. Just to get the new star of Melbourne's new midfielder, Jack Steele. Could Jack Steele come into the club, basically help out with Melbourne's culture? Help with the fixing of Melbourne's culture. We got to deal with Collingwood to focus on now. Just to get Brody Myercheck out of Pie Park and off to Melbourne. And so we got him. We got Myercheck for our new look back line. Forward line. Speaking of the back line, we'll be trotting away at pick 43 to Hawthorn. Just for Chanku of GF. GF hasn't been getting enough game time hasn't been getting much game time at Hawthorn recently. Due to Jack Scrimshaw being back in form and the rise of Josh Weddle. So we give GF the fresh start he needs. as he'll now be playing for the Melbourne Football Club. Let me know in the comment section below which bad apples from that Melbourne 2021 team that won the premiership should I get rid of, so we can clear out the club's toxic culture. I'm probably thinking Stephen May. Well, we got to get rid of his toxic behaviour from the club. Is there anyone willing to take him on? Which club shall we try him to? They certainly did, which I'm going to be doing these deals now. Setting a future third and fourth to GWS for Clayton Oliver. Goodbye. Well, thank you for that premiership, Clayton. But sadly, we don't really need your bad behaviour at the club. Pick 26. 2026 second. They're getting dealt to the Gold Coast Suns. And Petrarca's off to the Gold Coast Suns. He's off to go catch some sunshine over in the Gold Coast. Hey Siri, random number between 1 and 18.
A random number between 1 and 18 is 13.
There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Well, hello Port Adelaide. We're looking at you. We'll be giving you Stephen May, Jake Milksham. Oh, those two caused a fight a few years ago at a restaurant. And who else do we send? Shane McAdam. He wasn't a good fit for us. We're sending those three to Port for basically most of Melbourne's draft, to give Melbourne a big draft package. For most of Melbourne's packages. Give Melbourne a huge draft package. Who could we palm these first rounders off to? Probably Essendon. We're basically lighting up our pick load. I think we got enough picks. Maybe for next year's first round pick. Oh, wow. What a huge off season that was for Melbourne. We declined the offer of Fritsch for Bramble. We now move on to the draft. How many uncontracted players have been delisted from the club? It was Tom Fullerton and Kylan Brown. Melbourne will take Xavier Taylor to be their first pick. Remember all those years ago when Melbourne took Cosy Pickett? We picked 12? And so we take his cousin Latrell Pickett with the same pick number. Melbourne, we've just got him another Pickett. Matthews. We go with Tom Matthews. He was a concept. He looked like he was going to be the number one pick at one stage. Should be a good pickup for Melbourne. We also draft Kalani White. His dad, Jeff White, was one of our best ruckmen back in the day. We also got Riley Onley. I think we're going with Hastings fellow. And we redraft Hardway Wyden to give him another chance. Joseph Carvarelli and Chatterson Moore will all become demons. Checkers will wear 28 for Melbourne. GF will give him a fresh start with 14. Jack Steele could continue his 9 legacy. Langford will now wear 4. Xavier Lindsay will now wear 5. Jai Cully will now wear the 13 Guernsey. Max Heath will now get 27 for the Demons. Pickett to wear 33. Kalani White will give him his 34 back. 19 to Taylor, 20 to Matthews. Onley, we'll probably give him 41. I reckon we'll give Hastings the number 18 Guernsey. Cardarelli 23. Moore 20. Not 29. Blake House will probably move to number 1. Low Wider to wear 22 finally. Only to wear 40. This is a slow build for Melbourne. See how 2026 fares for the Melbourne Footy Club. Well, it's the obvious. We're in 15th. And we nearly got it done against the Crows with this new look lineup. Well, we got ourselves a mid-year rookie draft pick. And we actually bring Connor Brown back to the team. To give him his 41 Guernsey back. This 18 out of contract at the end of 2026. I don't really know about Matt Jefferson over at Melbourne. He's been a bit of a disappointment. Daniel Turner's just got himself a new contract. We'll give Moore one more year on the rookie list. Same with Caratelli. He might be our new Christian Petrarca. I don't know about Harry Sharp. Fritcher's re-signed. So too is Chandler. Bowie's also re-signed. When he's fit, Melbourne are really good. We'll promote Jack Anderson off the rookie list. Give him another year. Sparrow's also re-signed. Well, I think it's time to give Langford a new contract. Give him 6 more years. Let's hope his rookies can be up. Let's hope those 2024 draft days can be able to live up to the expectations for Melbourne. Let's give Taylor a 4-year deal. We'll also re-sign Latrell Pickett, former Glenelg player. We've got to re-sign Rivers. Lock him up for the next 5 years. We do. Hopefully Kalani White will re-sign as well. He does. Matthews is not yet re-signed. He wants more money. We give in to his wishes. The losses can continue to mount for Melbourne. Keckers couldn't get a win against his old side, Collingwood. Melbourne, I think they're pretty much. The only way they won't win the Wooden Spoon is they beat St Kilda in the last game. If they can beat the Saints, and if the Eagles lose, Melbourne will finish. West Coast will finish bottom. Oh, I don't know with Jed Adams down back. Let's put my check back. Let's put Tom McDonald back in the side. Well, Jack still got revenge on his old side. And you know what that means? Melbourne do not finish bottom of the ladder. West Coast have got it wrapped up. And they had to beat the Western Bulldogs, which they couldn't do. Well, Jake Bowie had a few Brownlow votes this year, even though we weren't that good. My checkmate, the All-Australian team in, what was our darkest season? What was it? Which was what, a really bad season. For the next haul of goodbyes, Bailey Laurie, Tom McDonald, Jed Adams, and Luca Keckfield have all left the club. That's another 2021 Premiership player gone. Let's do a deal with Fremantle. Swap out a few future seconds. As we all remembered in real life, Luke Jackson, he had the girlfriend that time living in Melbourne. And there was rumours he was going to go back to Victoria. Let's take advantage of that situation and... Well, we recovered from that massive fumble. Luke Jackson is once again a demon. This time in a much different Melbourne era. This time around, he's on a much different Melbourne team. With Adams now on it. With Xavier Taylor on the rise. And we might be about to draft a potential replacement. Well, I'm a bit unsure about Jake Lever at the moment. We part with him and he's off to North Melbourne. Thanks for the memories, Lever. Thanks for the memories, Jake. Thank you for that premiership we won. Next deal we're dealing with Port Adelaide. Matthew Jefferson, Andy Modest Wakefield, Blake Howes. Maybe not Blake Howes, as he might get delisted very soon. Harry Sharp. He's pretty much maxed out his potential. And I reckon... And I reckon pick 47 might do the trick to get pick 35. There's still a lot of work to do. We don't really need Kieran Briggs because we've already got Luke Jackson to be the Max Gawn replacement. To fix that mistake we made in 2022 when we sent it to the Dockers. Just to get Brodie Grundy. What a fumble that was for Melbourne. Anyone good for the checking to see if there's anyone good for the free agent market? That we can bring to the Melbourne Football Club. We got rid of one Sharp, and we're about to get another Sharp. As Jeremy Sharp, good mate of Luke Jackson, has signed with the Demons. Free agent period's already done. Now we move on to the draft. Well, we got selection 1. We picked Chris English for our midfield. We go with Lawrence at number 2. We'll go with Watt at 7. He's going to be he's going to be the future replacement for Max Gawn. Now we need a key defender. At the 12th spot, we'll go with Isaiah Victor. Now we simulate through the draft. Let's go to the rookie draft. Anyone with AFL experience? I reckon we'll go with Jack Whitlock. What a mistake from Port Adelaide. Getting rid of a young star like Whitlock. And who else will we get? Braden Cook. We'll give him a chance to revive his career. We'll give Windsor the number 8 Guernsey, number 8, who we can give Luke Jackson his 6 back. We'll give number 21 over to we'll give Whitlock the 21 Guernsey, Sharp to a 25. Let's see if season 2027 could be the year we get out of the bottom. Could we get out of the bottom three? As the Melbourne Football Club, it's almost beginning to look like the new North Melbourne Football Club. I think we kind of swapped DNAs with the Kangaroos. After we lost to them in round 2 of 2025. Look at that, we've won 4 games. Same amount of wins we had last season. Well, I think we're starting to win some games. And we're back to losing. Well, at least we're kind of back on the right track. We'll need GWS and or Richmond to lose. And we need to win our next game against North. Let's adjust the lineup. Luke Jackson's been enjoying his footy since he went back to Melbourne. Coming back from the Dockers. Daniel Turner's been picked for the back line. Xavier Lindsay's got up to an 81. He's beginning to go show some growth. Fritsch to start. Have we done enough to make the 8? No, we haven't. We finished 10th. Oh, well, at least it's a step back in the right direction for the club. At least it gives Melbourne back. At least it's got Melbourne back in the right direction. The next batch of players to say goodbye. To the Melbourne Football Club. Woden, Howes, Moore, Caroselli, and Hastings, they're all delisted. We've already done well throughout the draft. In the past, let's see if this luck can translate to premierships down the line. Still a deal with Richmond.
Just the table for now, darling. You make so funny. You make so funny.
Am I right to get back to all my Melbourne rebuild deals? Sorry about that, everyone. We're back. Still deal with the crows. Sending away 2 picks to the Crows for Josh Worrell. That would pretty much help out our backline for 2028. Who else do we trade with? The recruitment of Worrell, that is a massive improvement for our back line. I don't think we're going to be doing any more deals that much. With how good our roster is. After 2 years on the Gold Coast, Christian Petrarca returns to Melbourne to finish his career right back where he started. We've also signed Lee Kalir for a back-line improvement. Whitlock's also getting a new 3-year deal, and he's going back to Melbourne for 3 more years. Melbourne have got about to have a potential deal lined up with Geelong. Shannon Neal, he showed a lot of promise to Geelong. We'll say pick 18 to Geelong for Shannon Neal. Anyways, we're back again. We've pretty much done our trade business. Now we move on to the draft. We say goodbye to one of the greatest ruckmen to ever play for the Melbourne Football Club. Max gone. He had a great career for the Melbourne Footy Club. He was a brilliant ruckman. But life goes on. We'll have to find a replacement for him. We already got Luke Jackson and already got that ruckman we got in the draft last season. Now we move on to the rookie draft. Go Harding. And we got John Hodge. Petrarca will get his number 5 Guernsey back. Let's see if 2028 will be a much better year for the Melbourne. A finals year for the Melbourne Footy Club at last. All it took was loaning Petrarca to the Gold Coast Suns to sort out our future. Melbourne are in third. That's finally looking good for the Melbourne Footy Club. We got Kazicki and we got Zach Taylor in the rookie draft. In the mid-year draft. We head to the month of August. See if the good form of the Melbourne Football Club continues. As we head towards the end of the season, the Melbourne Football Club are in fourth. Are in fourth on the ladder. Well, we finished fourth and we finished fifth. That means we're going to have to verse Brisbane in the elimination final. How good does it feel? Melbourne Football Club are back in the finals. They're back after a 5-year absence. After being 5 years after they were absent. 5 years after they'd been absent from the finals. The Melbourne Footy Club are back where they belong. Back in a final spot. Let's make Petrarca our captain. Will his finals experience help? Finally! A finals win at the MCG! Second semi-final, we got our former player, Clayton Oliver. Now in a Giants jersey. The winner of this will probably verse the Crows. Oh no. We got an injury to Cozzy Pickett. And that is bad news. But oh well, at least we got Checkers back in the side. Well, it's pretty good progress from being second bottom 2 years ago. $20.28 was good. Let's see if 2029 can be even better. It's a bit of a shock we got rid of Victor. Look at that, Connor Brown's grown to an 85. Man, he's grown a lot since he moved to St Kilda. So we bring him back to Melbourne. That's another reunion. That's another reunion we just got. Well, Harrison Penny's career's kind of fallen off a cliff ever since he joined Melbourne. But ever since 2021. He's all yours, Geelong. Yeah, so we all know Tom Matthews was pretty good in this sim. But I reckon Josh Shelley would be even better. For the Melbourne Football Club. Will Foster re-sign? He's going to be back for another year. Same with Windsor. Same with English. Chris English. That's why Lawrenson can also re-sign. Same with Watt. The next player we'll pick up in free agency is Ryan Anglin. He got dumped by GW. He got delisted by GWS. Poor bloke didn't even have a fair go. Caminiti might be next as well to come to Melbourne. We're actually picking up a few good players. A few more good players. We're going to need a running defender. GS injuries have been a bit too much. We could negotiate a deal with one of our opponents from the 2021 Grand Final, the Western Bulldogs. We'll give them their well, two of our first round picks plus GF. And Bailey Dale is all Melbourne's. Now let's move on to the national draft. Who else did left? Well, Jack Varney and Ed Langdon have all retired. Well, we get another running defender, Diego Berg. Well, we bring back Isaiah Victor, the one we accidentally delisted, and Roland Bouclair has also been picked by the Demons. Jonathan Baxter, Brandon Ryan, Sam Butler, and Willem. How did we get Willem Dersma? Jeez, how did his career really fall off a cliff? $2,029. This should be the year where the Melbourne Football Club can win their win an MCG Grand Final. We haven't won an MCG Grand Final since 1964. Melbourne, after 10 rounds, have got 8-2. Well, we don't take anyone in the mid-season rookie draft. Let's keep sitting. Melbourne have won the minor premiership in 2029. We have booked ourselves a qualified final against Adelaide. Look at that, Melbourne. These Melbourne players have shown an unbelievable growth. Melbourne are into the prelim for the first time since 2021. And their first MCG prelim since the year 2000. "2029 Melbourne Football Club are back in the grand final. The opposition in this day is the Brisbane Lions." Oh no, we just lost Worrell to a knee injury. Oh well, at least we get Rivers back in the side. Hang on, Rivers is injured as well. Bit of a gamble, really, putting Jeremy Sharp at defence. I think Christian Salem, that's been really good for us over the years. This is the ultimate sacrifice we'll need to make. We'll have to put Angland back into the side for the first time. Our opponents for the 2029 Grand Final, the Brisbane Lions. As this is a rematch. This is a nearly rematch of the 2021 Grand Final. Which team should I rebuild next after Melbourne? Is possibly the next Victorian club I should rebuild.
Hello everyone, I'm Anthony Hudson. Welcome to Saturday afternoon football. We're coming to you from the Melbourne Cricket Ground. This is the Toyota AFL Grand Final between Brisbane and Melbourne. It's the best of the best. Winner takes all. A season full of twists and turns comes to its conclusion. Who will be crowned Premier today? And here come the visitors. Daniel Harford is with me. Hello, Harf. What can we expect from this match?
Thanks, Hutto. I like the Lions. I think they'll do this comfortably. It may be close at half-time, but I think they'll power away after that, as we've seen them do a number of times this year.
Thanks for those thoughts, Harf. As the teams huddle, the two captains shake hands for the toss of the coin. The Fitzroy Lions of 1979 set a VFL-AFL record that still stands today, with their winning margin of 190 points against Melbourne at Waverley Park in round 17. Their score of 36-22-238 was the all-time highest score until Geelong beat it by a point in 1992. Bob Beecroft with 10 goals, Warwick Irwin with 36 disposals and 5 goals, and Gary Wilson with 42 and 3 were the chief destroyers for the Lions in a rout that seems unlikely to ever be bettered. They went on to finish fourth that season and were eliminated in a semi-final. Listen to the roar. It's an atmosphere like no other. Jackson wins the first tap. Langford, he's lost it. Is anyone home? Defence 101 there. Rochelle, it's a good old-fashioned gang tackle. They appeal for a free kick, but will have a stoppage. McInerney punches it out of the ruck. Fletcher, that's a quality hand pass. Neal, one step ahead. Turner leans back and drills it.
If they can get up ahead of steam, they'll be hard to stop. That was a terrific passage of play, culminating in a great goal.
The Demons have opened their account. The big men fly. Steele closed him down. They might be a little unlucky not to be rewarded. It was a fine tackle. McInerney gets his hand to it. Dunkley, the team physios will be working overtime. English, they're playing for keeps. Squeezes the kick. Butler gathers in the centre square. Jackson takes a beauty.
They've hit the ground running, and a goal here will give them a handy break.
Critical contest coming up. Disciplined defence called for and provided.
They've got an opportunity here to get the ball down the other end quickly.
No time like the present. Andrews has found some space. Searching kick. Good thinking and good execution too. The Lions are out of trouble. Marshall, what can he do with it? Jackson intercepts on centre wing. Tholstrup. The defence has fallen down. Punched away. Windsor displaying great endeavour. Butler. Tholstrup. Drop punt. That'll be a goal. Never in doubt.
The Lions are on the back foot. That was possibly a bit too easy.
It's a handy buffer they've established. McInerney wins it out of the centre. Ashcroft. Marshall, that's a bruising tackle. There might have been an argument for a free kick there. McInerney gets his hand to it. Ashcroft doing the grunt work. Berry to open their account. It's good. It's a goal.
Well, he saw the opening and put it away. Makes a real difference if you can consistently take those kinds of opportunities.
Both sides are cracking in hard at the present time. It's a great contest. Jackson with a deft tap. Langford, Steele. Here's a chance to get it forward. English, McInerney took him high. Takes the logical option. Well done. Honours the lead. What's he got on offer?
Already some good signs for them with how they're trying to move the football.
Going at his second. McInerney making his claim for the Golden Fist Award. Neal, he's missed a soda.
He's really let them off the hook there.
They've set up well for the kick-in. Andrews can keep it moving. The Lions might be about to start something. That's a good option, and this looks promising. Ignoring the corridor for now. Ashcroft runs onto it. Gives it everything. Unable to get it inside 50. Neat little worm burner. Rochelle, clever kick. Quality delivery by foot. Just had to get it out. Rochelle onto it. It's not a fair fight. No way through there, and they'll reset. Jackson wins it down. Langford, the midfield battle so important. White runs onto it. Can he find a teammate? In no man's land. Has a ping. It won't be a goal. I thought he was going to kick it himself.
If he can nail this first shot at goal, he might just be in for a big day.
Drop punt, and he has put it away.
That was a bit too easy. The ball movement was excellent, but not great pressure.
The Lions were jumped, but the response has been impressive. The big men fly. Langford, he's been busy so far. Feeling the heat. Berry. This is promising. Ashcroft.
To finish off the good work.
Going at his second. Aliyah doing what he does best. It's there. It's online. Will it have the carry?
They might want to tighten up on him. They gave him too much space on that occasion, and he made the most of it.
What a turnaround we've seen. McInerney showing his skills. Ashcroft trying to find a path. They've put themselves under pressure. That's commitment to the cause. No one able to clear the footy, so we'll have another ball up. Jackson gets his hand to it. Steele, Pickett. Foot race on the wing. McCarthy runs onto it. Had some assistance. Fletcher. I felt that one from here. The fans will be happy to see this. The umpire whistles for a ball up. Jackson, the winner there. Like Batman and Robin. Pickett, Langford, kicks to space. Angwin, crunching tackle. The lift door's closed on him and he's gone.
That's what happens when you find yourself in two minds.
He's got an option in the centre square. The kick was misdirected. They've opened them up here. Steele, Tholstrup, Neal running in support. Navigated the traffic. Windsor to give them the lead. He's done it.
They're in front, and they really should be, given their ascendancy in contested ball clearances and inside 50s.
It's already looking like the grand final we were hoping for. Jackson wins the tap. Steele. He's drawn a crowd. They're tackling with venom today. McInerney got his palm to it. It's a hospital hand pass. Sloppy disposal and a turnover. Jackson, this is promising. Butler gets the kick away. English. Steadies. Drop punt. Goal!
He's all class in front of the sticks. That's a great finish.
So the underdog throwing down the gauntlet. You can see their belief growing. The big men fly. Luell, Marshall, he's normally good on his non-preferred. Rayner, will he look for a target or go himself? Can't afford to give it back in the corridor. The distance is the only problem. Sharp read it like good defenders do. The Demons have started well. He's hit up the lead. That's a well-placed kick. Angwin with a chance to run. Doesn't often waste it. Tholstrup has eyes only for the footy. Petrarca on centre wing is marked. Steele, Butler has charged into space. He'll be annoyed by that. His field kicking is normally first rate. Aliyah read it well. The Demons having a great patch. Butler in the centre square. Turner. Wilmot had the presence of mind to get to the dangerous spot. McInerney working hard and being rewarded. Ashcroft on a lead. He's so good in close. Luell, McInerney, Wilmot out of the congestion. Kicks inside the forward 50. Who's front and centre? Turner, Steele. The Demons under great pressure. They've bottled it up. McInerney looking for territory. Ashcroft. Hewland farms it out. Windsor gets to it first. Sloppy hands and they've turned it over. It's a poor entry. A waste, really. They've had the better of the contest to this point. Manages to find a teammate. Neal presents in space. Windsor into the middle with the kick. McCarthy takes an excellent grab. They've got them on the overlap. Dyer has it within range. Golden opportunity here. Morris is in a better position.
Someone went to sleep defensively, and I suspect the price will be 6 points.
This deserves a goal, but he's put it the wrong side of the stick.
He really should have capitalised on that, but not to be.
Turner heads wide with the kick in. Good work rate. Searching kick. They're moving the footy well here. What's he got on offer? They're on point so far. Petrarca has got loose. Rochelle picking their way through. Dale marks on centre wing. Butler dangerous to leave on his own. It would be a hard umpire who would ping him for that. Jackson showing his skills. Manages to get off a handball. Deere desperate to win it back. Berry, Steele in the right spot at the right time. Van Rooyen uses the body well. They're moving the footy quickly. Can't take it. English is always dangerous inside 50. Runs towards goal and slams it through for a 6-pointer.
This is exactly what they would have hoped for early in the match. Scoreboard pressure.
The Demons away to a flyer. McInerney smashes it out of there. Ashcroft, Berry, that's good work rate. The Lions Hello everyone, I'm Anthony Hudson. Welcome to Saturday afternoon football. We're coming to you from the Melbourne Cricket Ground. This is the Toyota AFL Grand Final between Brisbane and Melbourne. It's the best of the best. Winner takes all. A season full of twists and turns comes to its conclusion. Who will be crowned Premier today? And here come the visitors. I'm joined by Daniel Hartford. Great to have you along, Harf. How do you see this one unfolding?
Pleasure to be here, Hutto. I like the Lions. They've been the best side all year, and I see no reason to drop off them now. As long as they don't lose their nerve, they should be holding up the cup at the end.
Thanks for those thoughts, Harf. As the teams huddle, the two captains shake hands for the toss of the coin. The Fitzroy Lions of 1979 set a VFL-AFL record that still stands today, with their winning margin of 190 points against Melbourne at Waverley Park in round 17. The moment has finally arrived. McInerney wins the first tap. Ashcroft, Marshall, they're a big chance here. Time for the Crummers to go to work. Deer, he'll be annoyed at himself letting the tackle slip high.
What a start this would be.
To break the duck, that will have to wait.
They'll need to clamp down on him. He'll torch him if they keep giving him that sort of space.
Back into play. Good work rate. Tidy ball. Steele. He's under close attention. Goes laterally. It's loose inside the 50. Rochelle uses the non-preferred. Which way will it bounce? Pickett. He ran into a brick wall. Was that a legitimate attempt to get it out? The ump gives him the benefit of the doubt. The two big men do battle. Dunkley. Marshall. Looking to extend this margin. That's a strong mark. Rayner. McInerney. Kicking for his first. Angwin with the big fist. Sharp. Danger averted. Frantic defence.
They've got an opportunity here to get the ball down the other end quickly.
Turner heads wide with the kick in. Sharp can keep it moving. Windsor has charged into space. Dale, this is good footy. Langford, they've worked it well. Doesn't often waste it. He's hit up the lead. Jackson in the right spot. It's become a game of keepings off. Intercepted and they can launch from halfback. Quality delivery by foot. Nice little give. Sullivan somehow released the ball. Rochelle might go for a run. The kick is precise.
I wouldn't put this past him. I've seen him do it before.
That's offline. Didn't really give it a chance.
Do you reckon he was the kid who refused to share the ball with anyone?
They've set up well for the kick-in. Andrews has found some space. The Lions showing some good signs early. Rayner working hard and being rewarded. The kick was centimetre perfect. Picking their way through. Wilmot in the clear on centre wing. Normally delivers. Rayner in the centre square. Big ball to be won here. That's a fine mark in the back pocket, and they might have dodged a bullet. Jackson makes position. And they're away. Turner works hard to present. What's he got on offer? He might have thought about the corridor. Dunkley intercepts. Searching kick. Morris got to the right position and hung on. That's a useful ball. Angwin making his claim for the Golden Fist Award. Sharp with a chance to relieve the pressure. The Demons might be about to start something. Manages to find a teammate. Steele. Rayner makes good contact. Turner leading from the front. Petrarca marks. Will he go the bomb? They need a mark. That's an impressive mark. He will surely make this count.
This deserves a goal. Should be a goal.
It's not the best kick. Has he done enough? No.
Not a gimme goal, but probably should have been kicked nevertheless.
He's off. Some indirect ball movement here. Good thinking and good execution too. Waiting for someone to come at him. Rayner. A quick getaway wasn't possible. This spells trouble. He should kick it. He does. He's got the first of the grand final.
Well, he saw the opening and put it away. Makes a real difference if you can consistently take those kinds of opportunities.
The Demons were underdogs coming in, but they look anything but in the early going. Good ruck work. Ashcroft trying to find a path. It's a poor entry. A waste, really. He's got an option in the centre square. Rochelle, all on his own. They're moving the footy well here. Kicks inside the forward 50. Steele wins the contest hands down.
This, to make a good start, a very good one.
No trouble at all, and they've skipped clear.
If they can get up ahead of steam, they'll be hard to stop. That was a terrific passage of play, culminating in a great goal.
The Demons are up for this. It's a great start. McInerney showing his skills. Dunkley, Marshall, Ashcroft. Can he hit a target? There goes the kick. It's online, and they've got their first in the grand final.
So important to get reward for effort. On that occasion, the finish matched the quality of the work upfield.
Both sides are cracking in hard at the present time. It's a great contest. McInerney wins the tap. Dunkley, Marshall, he's been busy so far. Centre square, loose ball. Pickett. Sullivan saves the day. He's generally a good kick. Ashcroft, can he impose himself on the match? Deere read it well and claims the mark. Honours the lead. He doesn't waste many. Marshall, here's real danger now. That might attract a pack. Steele tries to spike it out of the danger zone. Langford with a chance to run. Good looking kick. Petrarca in the clear. Probing ball. Well played. Can he find a teammate? Windsor. It sits and he's in business. Marshall gathers. He's got the skill. He's got the composure. He's got the result.
He might ask for... more time forward after that.
The Demons kick the first two, but they've conceded the next two. The big men fly. Langford, Windsor, Jackson. That's a dreadful hand pass. Throws it on the boot. You can't question his commitment. He's so clean with the footy. Quarter time and nothing to split the sides so far. Gary Lyon is down on the boundary. Gaz, what have you got for us?
You get the feeling both coaches will be happy for this to remain a defensive scrap. Taking away your opposition's strength is such a focus for coaches, and both teams did a good job of that in the first term. You've still got to find ways to score, though.
Thanks, Gary. As we get going again. Jackson showing his skills. Langford, he's been dispossessed. They've put themselves under pressure. Marshall, McInerney runs towards goal and slams it through for a six-pointer.
They might want to tighten up on him. They gave him too much space on that occasion, and he made the most of it.
The Lions in front now. Jackson showing his skills. Langford, Windsor, feeling the heat. It's not a fair fight. They're going nowhere and will have a stoppage near the centre. McInerney has probably got the points at this stage. English has a vice-like grip. What's he got on offer? Decides to go. They've opened them up here. His field kicking is normally first rate. That's well played. If he thought he was getting away, he was sadly mistaken. They might be a little unlucky not to be rewarded. It was a fine tackle. Rucks go at it. Steele, Langford, under pressure. Jackson, English. This will bring the house down if he kicks it. Oh, what a rip snorter.
A midfielder who consistently hits the scoreboard is a real valuable commodity in modern footy.
This is a pulsating grand final. Hope you're loving it at home. Jackson wins the tap. Closed him down. The Lions on the ball now. He sends them inside for the 4th time. McCarthy gets to the front spot and can line them up.
Kicking at his first.
They like it behind the goals. He's got it.
It's always good for the confidence to see that first shot go straight through.
The Lions have the edge, but they're in a dogfight. Don't worry about that. McInerney with a deft tap. Marshall, what can he do with it? Squeezes the kick. He's wrapped up. That's holding the footy.
Nothing wrong with ambition, but you've got to know your limits.
Morris presents in space. Gives it everything. Marshall takes a beauty.
He's 1 from 1 so far.
Hello everyone, I'm Anthony Hudson. Welcome to Saturday afternoon football. We're live from the Melbourne Cricket Ground. This is the Toyota AFL Grand Final between Brisbane and Melbourne. These two teams have outlasted everybody. They've overcome obstacles and proved themselves to be the best two teams in the comp. But nobody wants second prize. And here come the visitors. Daniel Harford joins me. Who's your pick today, Harf?
Pleasure to be here, Hutto. I like the Lions. They've been the best side all year, and I see no reason to drop off them now. As long as they don't lose their nerve, they should be holding up the cup at the end.
Thanks, Harf. The umpire and the two captains are ready for the toss. The Fitzroy Lions of 1979 set a VFL-AFL record that still stands today. with their winning margin of 190 points against Melbourne at Waverley Park in round 17. Their score of 36-22-238 was the atmosphere is electric, the adrenaline is pumping. There's nowhere you'd rather be. Can't afford to give it back in the corridor. That's a strong mark. Steele, Pickett. It's a deep kick. Goal coming up. In he goes.
What a start this would be.
They don't come easier.
The Lions cannot afford to let them move the ball like that because they will run right.
The Demons on the board early. McInerney got his palm to it. Ashcroft got to get it forward now. Spent what he didn't have. That's commitment to the cause. They've bottled it up. McInerney wins it. Ashcroft. They are hunting the ball carrier. Who's got the wheels? Feeling the heat. No leniency from the umpire there.
It's a hot footy today.
Berry all on his own. Clever kick. Good disciplined defence. Dale, Jackson, Steele, Windsor in the right spot. Blasts away. Neal, he's taken a beauty. Looking for two in a row. Van Rooyen marks inside 50 and can have a shot.
I reckon someone got caught ball watching then. You've got to be switched on at all times.
He's given it a tug and missed.
They'll need to clamp down on him. He'll torch him if they keep giving him that sort of space.
They've set up well for the kick in. The kick is precise. Tidy ball. The Lions have been caught on the hop. Harassed into an error. Tholstrup. The Demons showing some good signs early. Windsor has pushed deep and can have a shot.
They've hit the ground running, and a goal here will give them a handy break.
That's offline. Didn't really give it a chance.
It's nice to back yourself, but you've still got to play the percentages and put the team first.
Trying to catch them out. Quality delivery by foot. His field kicking is normally first rate. Manages to find a teammate. Wilmot on a lead. Careful ball movement. Rayner marks on centre wing. Searching kick. The interchange bench might be calling after that blue. That's a good option, and this looks promising. Petrarca working hard and being rewarded. Wilmot spoils and will have a throw in.
The Demons have probably had the better of it early in general play, but it's looking like a dour struggle might be on the cards.
Rucks go at it. Marshall. Fletcher collects the half volley. Short passing in the back line is risky business, and that's why.
This, to make a good start, a very good one.
For a 3-goal game, it's there. They've pinched a break.
The Lions won't hit the panic button, but it's been a disappointing start.
The Demons away to a flyer. The big men fly. Dunkley turns it over in the middle. It's not a fair fight. It's been a lacklustre affair so far. McInerney wins it down. Ashcroft, that's a bit of a waste. They are looking hot early. Wilmot, we've seen that before. Rochelle, Petrarca, he's stopped in his tracks. Both midfields are going to earn their money today.
It's already looking like this will be a stoppage-heavy game, so it's tailor-made for those who thrive on getting their hands dirty.
He's hit up the lead. What's he got on offer? The Demons have won it back. Steele, that'll go close. I tell you what, it's better than close. It's a goal.
That's a real bonus. Terrific composure under pressure.
The Demons have made some start to the grand final. The two big men do battle. Langford squeezes the kick. Dale, he doesn't waste many. He ran into a brick wall. The Lions are chasing tail. It's a tough game. They're tackling with venom today. McInerney wins the tap. Marshall, Fletcher, terrific tackle. We'll have another ball up. McInerney with the tap. Ashcroft, a model of consistency. Dale intercepts the hand pass. A good kick here and they'll be in business. He might have thought about hand passing. He's drawn a crowd. Their appeals have fallen on deaf ears. Jackson slaps it out. Marshall reads the tap well. Turner clears the area. Anyone's ball. It's a hot footy. Got to get rid of it quickly. That's not quick enough.
His annoyance can only be with himself for a lack of awareness.
He might have thought about the corridor. Dale has made a bright start. And inside 50 goes begging. And they're away. Rayner thought his way through it. Good thinking and good execution too. That's skillful. Lohman can keep it moving. Slick hands. The Lions can build something here. They've turned it over. The Demons are up and about early. Dale has charged into space. Turner, Jackson in the clear on centre wing. This is some start they've made. He lost his radar there.
It's a waste of a promising build-up.
They need a spark. Lohman, he's been accosted. If he thought he was getting away, he was sadly mistaken. We've got a whistle, umpire's ball. Jackson showing his skills. Steele, sloppy disposal and a turnover. Lohman working hard and presenting well. Dunkley, we know how good he is in these situations, but not this time.
Perhaps he should have looked to lay that one off. He'd miss more of those than he'd kick.
Back into play. Sharp pushes into space and receives the footy. Marshall with the big fist. Solid tackle. They want ball, but they're not going to get it. The Demons with the early advantage. They're up and about, but the challenge will come. Gary's with us again. What's on your mind, Gaz?
The Lions knew the pressure was going to be fierce, but they haven't coped with it. They've been fumbling and indecisive and haven't been able to get any flow. This is a huge test of their resilience. Can they haul themselves back into the contest and transfer the pressure back onto the opposition?
Thanks for those observations, Gary, as we get back underway. Jackson gets his hand to it. Langford, English, when one tackle just won't do. No prior, and we'll have a ball up. McInerney has shaded the ruck battle despite the scoreboard. He's been set a task. Lohman, desperate to win it back. Marshall, fighting hard. Morris got to the right position and hung on.
This is what he gets paid to do, kick these goals.
No trouble there, and they are hanging around like a bad smell.
They needed to get the first of the second quarter, and they have.
After a goalless first term, they'll feel a lot better getting on the board early in the second. Jackson showing his skills. They've had the better of the contest to this point. That's an impressive mark. Sharp has found some space. The Demons moving the ball well. Butler might be just outside his range. Tholstrup. Rochelle gets to the front spot and can line them up.
To extend the margin beyond 3 goals.
Don't tell me he's going to kick it from there. Oh, it looked good off the boot.
Confidence is a great thing, but that was a big ask from there.
He's off. Can he hit a target? Deloya presents in space. Waiting for someone to come at him. They're moving the footy well here. Ashcroft, they cannot keep him quiet. The sprint is on. Desperate defence. He's besieged. The umpire says he made an attempt to get it out. The two big men do battle. Ashcroft, he's everywhere at the moment. Bouncing ball. Llewell, Fletcher throws it on the boot. Deer with a chance to run. They need to hit the scoreboard here. This ought to end in a goal. Picking their way through. Morris, that's a big play.
That was dreadfully lax defending, leaving a player completely unattended so close to goal. The coach will be filthy.
Big chance here. They need it, but he's missed.
Those are the kinds of opportunities you really need to take.
They've set up well for the kick in. Sharp, tidy ball. English works hard to present. He's been quiet. Not good footy there. Sullivan, clever kick. It must be his birthday. What's he got on offer? The Demons are out of trouble. Jackson honours the lead. Windsor can get it and go. Kicks inside the forward 50. That's a waste. Probing ball. Deer. He's copped some of his own medicine. Deloya does well under pressure. Sullivan. Dangerous to leave on his own. Llewell on centre wing is marked. Searching kick. Marshall has worked hard to present. The Lions not at their best so far. That's a fine mark in the back pocket, and they might have dodged a bullet. They're playing with purpose and poise. Tholstrup has got loose. Neal with a chance to relieve the pressure. Good work rate. They're keeping the ball well. His field kicking is normally first rate. Neal takes a beauty. Looking to extend this margin. Petrarca marks at centre half forward.
This would give him a shot of confidence.
Critical contest coming up. Punched away. Deloya. Cameron. Good handball. Sullivan. And they're out of trouble. Well played. Dishes it off. Cameron. What can they build here? Ashcroft. Working hard and being rewarded. Marshall. Steele. Got a fist in. Llewell. They've got them on the overlap. White. Drops into the hole and marks.
Straight in front. Should not miss.
Should be a goal. He's missed. A chance gone begging.
Gee, he'll be disappointed with that, but he'll back himself to make amends if he gets a chance.
Turner tasked with the kick in. Sharp. Neal on a lead. Neat little worm burner. Angwin. That's good work rate. English. The Lions forcing them out wide. Quality delivery by foot. Well done. Spud Frawley would have loved that one. Butler. They've given it back. Squeezes the kick. In no man's land. Dale gathers. Bombs it in. Cameron takes an excellent grab. Doesn't often waste it. Dunkley had his name written all over it. Ashcroft in the clear. The Demons guarding the corridor. Fletcher attracted a crowd. That's not ideal. Couldn't burst through. Must be incorrect disposal. It is.
He's suggesting he got something on it. Oh, I'm not sure he did.
This is good ball movement. McInerney kicking for his first. Well, that's a poor result. He's been industrious. And they're away. You asked for it, you got it. There might have been an argument for a free kick there. The two big men do battle. And that is the end of what's been a terrific first half with some memorable highlights. Let's hope the second half is just as good. Time for some more insights from Gary on the boundary.
We've got two hungry midfields going head-to-head, and there's very little to choose between them at the moment. If one can get on top, even for 10 minutes, it could make a big difference. Both forward lines look capable of taking advantage of additional supply.
We'll see how it plays out. Thanks, Gary. McInerney wins it. Ashcroft is a clearance beast. It's a poor entry. A waste, really. A chance to clear now. That's a good option, and this looks promising. Luell accepted the invitation. He's set upon. He seemed completely unaware of the company he had.
Nothing wrong with ambition, but you've got to know your limits.
He's hit up the lead. Pickett can run and gun. Whatever he's suffering from, it's not leather poisoning. McInerney doesn't want to turn it over there. Fletcher, all on his own. He's generally a good kick. Who's front and centre? Wilmot. They are hunting the ball carrier. That was a brilliant tackle. Oh, they're hitting in hard. Jackson got his palm to it. Got to get rid of it. McInerney getting involved. Luell. Rayner wins the contest hands down. I've liked his game today. Good disciplined defence. Lohman. They've picked their way through. Windsor gets back and should repel. Blasts away. Cameron doing what he does best. Big tackle laid. The umpire whistles for a ball up. Jackson with the tap. Met solidly. It's not a fair fight. We've got another stoppage. McInerney wins the hit out. Marshall. English gets to it first. Goes long. Thumped away. Van Rooyen panicked under pressure. The kick was misdirected. Some indirect ball movement here. Fletcher. The Lions might be about to start something. Ashcroft can keep it moving. Rayner, this is good footy. Can he impose himself on the match? Berry working hard and presenting well. Sizes up what's ahead. He's having a dirty day. Fletcher marks on centre wing. Lays it off. Useful hand pass. Hasn't seen a lot of it. Keen to get the ball moving. Umpire calls advantage and off they go. The kick is precise. Petrarca has charged into space. Almost threw it out. He's caught. You have to be tough to play this game. He was optimistic if he thought he could break that tackle. Rucks go at it. Luell. That's a bit of a waste. Felt the pressure there. Butler. English. Heads in towards goal. And the kick is true. Great play.
They've been consistent. Consistently able to find avenues to goal through quick and direct ball movement.
The Demons have one hand on the cup. McInerney wins the hit out. Luell doing the grunt work. He'll be annoyed by that. Pickett makes position. Brown. Van Rooyen. This for two in a row. He's got it. And they've pinched a break.
The big forward is threatening to blow this game apart.
The Lions will need to respond. It's being put to them. McInerney gets his hand to it. Ashcroft, can he get it out? A little clumsy with that tackle. Good looking kick. Rayner might fancy himself here.
The Lions are flat at the moment. Perhaps a goal here would energise them.
They desperately need this. In he goes.
They don't come easily.
It's a goal.
They've been guilty of some questionable decision-making today, but not on that occasion. That was much better footy.
The Lions with a much-needed goal. Jackson wins it out of the centre. Good ruck work and good roving too. They've put themselves under pressure. Berry manages to get off a handball. Luell, Ashcroft with a chance to run. They could do with this. They could really do with this. It's home.
He's doing everything he can to keep them in this game.
This is a pulsating grand final. Hope you're loving it at home. Jackson wins it out of the centre. Steele, he'd like that one again. Rayner. It's not the best kick. Has he done enough? He has!
A real opportunist goal there. He doesn't need a lot of the footy to make an impact.
The Lions will not lie down. The big men fly. Windsor runs onto it. Dale, an ill-directed hand pass. Berry delivers a long ball. Morris is the man on the spot, and he's marked.
Goals have been tough to come by. Got to make the most of your opportunities.
It's on the way. Good-looking kick. He's dobbed it.
That's why they want the ball in his hands.
The Demons have stopped. That dash and dare we saw earlier is gone. McInerney showing his skills. Luell, Jackson, Steele. That's a bruising tackle. No one able to clear the footy, so we'll have another ball up. Jackson wins it. Steele, Dunkley intercepts. Manages to find a teammate. What's he got on offer? And they're away. Deere has found some space. Short pass looks good. It's amounted to nothing. Jackson, Neal, closed him down. Steele, he'll pump them into attack once more. Butler, Pickett, Deloya runs onto it. No easy exit. Ashcroft gathers in the centre square. McInerney, Dunkley, Berry showing real strength. He was tackled high and will take a free kick. They'll compete inside the 50. Ashcroft presents in space.
He's 1 from 1 so far.
He's not going to waste an opportunity like that.
If they can get up ahead of steam, they'll be hard to stop. That was a terrific passage of play, culminating in a great goal.
The Demons really need to respond now. Jackson punches it out of the ruck. We'll turn for home with this match firmly in the balance. A cracking final quarter coming up. Gary's back. What's caught your eye, Gaz?
The standard hasn't been especially high, but it's an absorbing contest nonetheless. It feels like this game is there for the taking, and both teams will believe that it's theirs to lose. Winning the ball out of the centre is always key, but you've also got to think clearly under pressure and make sure you take the correct options.
Thanks for those observations, Gary, as we get back underway. McInerney has had his measure today. Ashcroft, Berry, English intercepts the hand pass. The aerialist will battle for this ball. Stripped of it. Andrews, ever reliable, delivers to centre half forward. He's copped some of his own medicine. He just keeps racking up disposals. Newland, he'll be picking grass out of his teeth after that. They appeal for a free kick, but will have a stoppage. McInerney, he's worth his weight in gold. Luell, it's a hot footy. Can he find a teammate? Good thinking and good execution too. Jackson, Brown can just about have a shot here to tie the scores. We have a 50-50 game.
That's a classy finish. We've become accustomed to that from him.
It's a grand final from the top draw. McInerney wins it down. Luell turns it over in the middle. Brown, Windsor, Langford should be in the votes today. The distance is the only problem. Taking no chances there.
They've got an opportunity here to get the ball down the other end quickly.
Newland brings it back in. Andrews pushes into space and receives the footy. Wilmot, can he hit a target? Fletcher doesn't often waste it. That play should have resulted in a shot at goal. Neat little worm burner. That's a good option, and this looks promising. Jackson, Turner tries to take them on and loses.
Not sure there was much prior opportunity there.
It's a bad mistake. What's he got on offer? Tidy ball. Turner on centre wing is marked. Normally delivers. Punch that like he meant it. Neal, a bit of friendly fire. Petrarca, steal. If he thought he was getting away, he was sadly mistaken. They want ball, but they're not going to get it. McInerney wins it. Dunkley. Luell. He's everywhere at the moment. Quality delivery by foot. The defence has fallen down. Morris can go back and put them in front.
Someone went to sleep defensively, and I suspect the price will be 6 points.
He should be able to give them the lead, but that is not a good kick. He's missed.
Gee, he'll be disappointed with that, but he'll back himself to make amends if he gets a chance.
Dale with the footy. Sharp can keep it moving. Tholstrup all on his own. Sees an opportunity and plays on. Hoping for a big contested grab. Jackson, he's besieged. There might have been an argument for a free kick there. Punch clear. Steele. Brown. A bit of a panicked handball. English. I've liked his game today. Who's front and centre? Feeling the heat. Little one to half back. Bouncing ball. He hasn't hit the scoreboard yet. He has now.
That's a bit of a freebie. You can't afford to turn the ball over like that.
It's a grand final for the ages. McInerney slaps it out. Ashcroft, Dunkley displaying great endeavour. Fletcher. The Lions will have one eye on the clock. Big clearance to win here. That's an aggressive handball. He's generally a good kick. Rayner has a paddock in front of him. Who's got the wheels? Ashcroft.
This match will probably be decided by who can be cleaner with the footy.
We will do it all again. McInerney showing his skills. Dunkley. Deer is like a magnet in that forward line.
This deserves a goal. Should be a goal.
Big opportunity here. He puts it away, and they're 6 points richer.
2 scoring shots, 2 goals. He'll be happy with that.
Back on terms again. Jackson, the winner there. Luell couldn't get an effective disposal. Bangs it long. Step ladder time. That's a useful ball. Lohman makes position. What can they generate? Rayner can't afford to panic. You have to be tough to play this game. The umpire says he had no prior. Jackson showing his skills. Steele. Neal is a beacon in that forward line.
He's not on the board yet. That should change here.
Drop punt, and he has put it away.
That's just what you want from your key forward. A big marking goal with a game in the balance.
The Demons are really taking it to them today. McInerney wins it down. He's normally good on his non-preferred. Cops some unwanted attention. Butler in the right spot at the right time. McInerney, Ashcroft attracted a crowd. And we will do it all again. Important clearance here. Marshall, Ashcroft. They are hunting the ball carrier. Brown gets back and should repel. Look at the space he's got to work with. Who was he aiming for? Butler knew where the help was. Brown, the defence is disorganised, honours the lead.
No way back for them if this goes through.
Not a great kick. Jackson takes a great grab and should kick a goal.
This to seal it.
He hasn't troubled the scorers, and he won't with that effort. Careful ball movement. McInerney in the clear. He's been industrious. Berry, normally a good decision maker. Keen to keep it moving. They take the advantage. We're into the dying stages of what has been an epic. Jackson wins the hit out. Steele, Berry, one step ahead. Gets his kick despite the heat. He'll be sore in the morning. All or nothing. There's no in between. The Demons.
It's all over. Melbourne won the premiership in 2029.
To you today, Huff.
The Demons were able to hold their nerve, and you can see what it means to them. They worked their tails off and kept on responding every time it was put to them. This is a premiership they had to win the hard way, but that only makes it sweeter. They will celebrate long and hard.
Okay then, I'm sure we'll be hearing plenty more in the next couple of days. Thanks, Huff.
Which team should I rebuild next? Thank you for watching, and hope you enjoyed this video, and see you in the next rebuild.